Hey guys, it's AG Superstar Girls here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to save up for American Girl dolls. And when you do get an American Girl doll, before you get one, just like how to pick one out. So let's get started. So these are some tips that have been very helpful for me because I have been saving up for an American Girl doll lately, and because there's an American Girl store opening right by my house, so I'm going to tell you guys some tips that have been very helpful for me. Okay, so tip number 1. Ask your parents to give you a whole bunch of jobs around the house that will pay you good money so you can get more money to save up for your American Girl doll. So what I did is I asked my parents to give me some more jobs around the house so I could get some money towards my American Girl doll, and you can ask them to bump up your allowance as well, but that's what I did. Tip number 2. So my second tip is set a goal of how much money you want to save towards your American Girl doll or going to the American Girl store. I chose to save $215 so I could get an American Girl doll and get some American Girl doll accessories and outfits and stuff like that. And I'd say $215 is good if you want to get a doll and accessories. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. So tip number 3 is if you go shopping or go to the mall with your friends, go to the store even, go anywhere shopping, don't bring any of your money. Don't bring your debit card, credit card, don't bring any of that, because if you see something, like for me, I'm a fuss budget, like I see something and I must have it, so I spend all my money on it and then I don't have any money. Please don't do that. You can, if you're going like on a little shopping spree with your friends, limit yourself to what you buy if you bring your money, and just bring a little bit of money if you're going shopping or something like that. So that's my 3rd tip. My 4th tip is if you have like a bank account or etc., you will want to write down on a piece of paper what your parents owe you for doing your jobs, and please be honest to your parents, or else you probably won't get the money you did your job for. But just get a notebook and just keep track of how much money your parents owe you so they can all deposit it in your account at once, or I'll give it to you in cash at once, etc., etc. And that will help a lot because then you know how much money you have and you don't have to go into your parents' account to see how much you have. You don't have to ask your parents every time. So that is very helpful. So that is my tip number 4. So those are some helpful tips to saving up for your American Girl doll, or some American Girl doll accessories, or something besides an American Girl doll. So now I'm going to give you some tips on how to choose your American Girl doll. So tip number 1 to finding your perfect American Girl doll you saved up like your whole life for. Not that you saved up your whole life, like saved it, whatever. Okay, so my tip for you is choose a doll like that looks most like you for your first American Girl doll, or her personality suits you. So the reason why I chose Isabel is because she looks almost exactly like me, just like add freckles, no. She looks almost exactly like me because I have hazel blue eyes, but hers are all hazel. I have hazel blue eyes, and I have blonde hair like hers, and I love dance, okay? And I'm really good at ballet too. So that's why I chose Isabel. Tip number 2, get a doll, like if it's your first doll, get a doll not with curly hair, because curly hair is really hard to take care of if you're like me and you just like brush it all out. That's what I do. But curly hair is really hard to take care of, so if it's your first American Girl doll, don't get a curly hair doll unless you have curly hair and know how to take care of curly hair. I'd recommend a straight hair doll because they are way easier to take care of. tip number 3 is pick a doll that you wanted for such a long time that you just couldn't wait anymore and you just need to have her, so you don't need another American Girl doll like immediately after you get your first, okay? I will tell you, I saw an Our Generation doll, and like the first time I was saving up for an American Girl doll, I saw an Our Generation doll, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like an American Girl doll, I'm gonna get her. It blew off like half of my money, and I had been saving like the whole year for an American Girl doll, but back then it was like when it was like $95. But anyways, don't do what I did. So that is all my tips for you right now, and I'm pretty sure I will come out with a video sometime soon of all my American Girl dolls for 2014, and I will be going to the American Girl store soon, like in October, like October 11th, I think. So I will be hopefully be doing a tour of the American Girl store, and I will be doing an opening video of what I get there. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye!